December already, can you believe it? And that means it's time to take a look back at November and all of the outfits that I tried through my Gwynnie Bee subscription. There were a lot in November. I had a lot of turnarounds. So let's get started because we've got a lot of outfits to look through.
Zig Zag Dress in green by Robbie B in a size 2X.
So this is my second dress from this brand, and so far I'm actually finding that I really like this brand. The two dresses that I've gotten so far have fit me really well, and what I like best about them is that they're just super easy. Very comfortable, the fit is fine, I don't have to worry about anything drooping, slouching, slipping, or being overexposed. It's a very, very bright green, so it's probably something that most people would want to wear during the spring. Personally, I don't really care. I'll wear whatever, whenever. But if this is something that looks like it might appeal to you, definitely keep it in mind.
Fuchsia Fit and Flare Dress with Keyhole by Julian Taylor in 18W.
Okay, just a brief review on this one because clearly it doesn't fit. Typically, I do wear a 20W or a 2X in dresses. In this particular brand, I've had success wearing an 18W. So I went ahead and got an 18. And that was a mistake because clearly it doesn't fit, doesn't pull down over my boobs. So this is just being worn for the purpose of the review, and then I'm going to go ahead and send it back. However, that being said, I really like the fabric. I love the color and I love the cut of this. And so I have gone ahead and sized up in my closet because I want to try this again and see what it looks like when it does fit properly. This at least kind of gives you an idea as to sort of what it looks like on a human body, but definitely need to give this one a second shot in the right size.
Thea Tunic in Chevron Blues by Lucy Liu in 2X.
Please excuse the partnering of this with my saggy, sloppy jeans, but this is just for the purpose of the filming. This is very similar to the Lucy Liu shirt that I had last month, the black and white variation of it. The zigzags are thinner, but it's kind of the same style. So I like it, you know, pretty much about the same. The sleeves are a little bit longer, and I did size up in this one. One of the problems that I had with last month's was that the sleeves were too snug. So I did make sure to size up in this one. And it is much more comfortable. I like the colors on it. And the pattern of the zigzags is kind of interesting. It's almost designed to look like it's knitted. So from a distance it almost looks like a sweater rather than a top. So that's kind of cool. Other than that, it's just kind of a standard top. Nothing necessarily spectacular about it, but it's definitely very suitable for work.
Sleeveless Knit Dress in Cobalt Blue by Julia Jordan in 20W.
So I like this dress a lot. I love the color. It's a heavier knit, but it is sleeveless, so it feels like it's a really good transitional piece. Very comfortable wearing it right now to the office, but I'm still warm enough even in the transitions between car and office very early in the morning because the knit is heavy. It is solid black on the back and there is a zipper. The armholes aren't that deep, so it's something that I can feel comfortable wearing without a jacket in the office if I would like to do that, but it certainly looks fine with a cardigan or a blazer over it. What's kind of cool, the actual blue of this area is all textured. So the lines and the patterns all have different types of textures, which give it a nice three-dimensional quality. And then of course you have the cutouts for the black fabric underneath, which add a really nice, really pretty kind of feminine lacy detail to it. And I actually really, really like this dress.
Allegra Button Front Skirt by BB Dakota in a 22W.
Okay, so when I first added this skirt to my closet, the picture online looked a lot more orange than the skirt actually is. I had initially intended to wear this as kind of my Halloween outfit for work rather than a costume because we'd had our Halloween party for work the Friday prior. But I wanted something that was still kind of seasonal. But when I ended up getting this skirt, it was actually more red than orange. And actually in certain lights it almost has kind of a salmon pink color to it. So it was kind of a bust for that purpose, but I did still wear it to work. It almost has a little bit of a ladybug feel to it with the red and the black polka dots. The polka dots are not solid circles, so they're more of the splotchy kind of dot versus a perfect circle. Because this is a BB Dakota, I found through experimentation with their brand that anything that is fitted at the waistline tends to be pretty unforgiving. There's usually not a lot of stretch. So I typically have to size up, and that was the case with this skirt. Normally I would wear a 20, this is a 22, and it actually still feels a little bit snug. But it does button all the way down. There is an underlining in the same color, so it's not sheer, but it is, as you can see, it's kind of super flowy. And because of that, with the fall dry air, it was actually really staticky, which was kind of annoying. I'm not even really sure I'm in like with it, so this one's going to go on back. Here's a close-up of the pattern so you can kind of see it's a splotchy dot versus a circle.
Madison dress in cobalt glass by Leota in a 3L.
So this dress is a little bit of an odd duck for me. When I first got it and tried it on, I thought it felt really good. And then I went and read the reviews online for this, and a lot of people were talking about how weirdly the fabric was clinging to them and some of the issues that they were having, which caught me by surprise because when I initially tried it on, I didn't really see what they were saying. I haven't actually worn this to work at this point, but now even with this second trying on, I'm starting to see what those reviews were saying. This is a faux wrap dress, so basically that means the ties are attached to the dress. It's not actually a wrap style, but it ties off to the side and kind of drapes to mimic the idea of a wrap dress. But the thing is that the fabric and the way that everything drapes, it's very clingy. Instead of gliding over the body as you move, it shifts to a spot and just kind of stays there. So if you've got, you know, underwear lines, bra lines, fat rolls, because, you know, honey, I'm going to be honest, I've got them. But anything like that, it's catching on, and it's then causing the fabric to hold up and bunch in weird places. And so because of that, it ends up defining the body in a very kind of unflattering way, in my opinion. It's emphasizing things that I'd rather not have emphasized. It's too bad because I really like the colors and the pattern. It's kind of an abstract, geometric, kind of broken glass kind of feel to it. I think it's funky and it's fun, but the other part that's funky is the way this fabric fits, and that part funky isn't fun. So I may give it a try with some shapewear and see if that helps. Maybe that'll be kind of good for one wearing, because honestly, unless something just fully doesn't fit me, I do like to at least give it one shot at the office and see how it goes. But right now, I'm really kind of feeling like this is going to be one of those dresses that I'm going to really look forward to sending back at the end of the day. If you've had success with this dress, let me know, because I'm really curious to see if anybody has actually managed to make this work beyond just making it work. Did you actually like it? That's the question.
Cable knit sweater in turquoise by Lima in a 2X.
So this is actually a pretty nice sweater. It's got a good weight to it. Not very scratchy, which I always worry about with sweaters of this type, that it's going to be uncomfortable to wear. It's pretty soft on the outside. It's a little bit scratchy underneath, but that could also just be from laundering and that sort of thing. So potentially, you know, putting some sort of softener with it. I love the color of this. The only thing that I don't like about it, and this is just a personal taste, is I don't like how short it is. I do prefer my sweaters to be really long because I like kind of having that cozy blanketed feeling to it. Good luck with it if you do try it.
Lavender Baroque Floral A-Line Dress by Isabel and Alice in a 2X.
So this is exactly how I wore this one. I actually have just stepped in from work right now, which is why I'm a little scattered. But I wanted to make sure to get this on film before I send it back. I am going to go ahead and send it back, even though I do like it. This is actually the second time I've worn this dress, and it's been okay. It's a little lightweight for this winter weather, which is why I have the leggings on and the boots and the socks. And I was actually still a little cold in the office today, so probably some thicker leggings would have been a good idea on this one. I like the color. It has almost a periwinkle tint to it. I mean, the sleeves are fine. It's comfortable. It's a good length for me, which is, you know, it's probably long on, looks like it's long for most people, but I'm used to it at 5 feet tall. So this for me is a decent length. The only thing that I don't like about it is how low the neckline dips. This does require that I have a camisole underneath it.
Checkerboard Printed Dress by Eloquii in a 20W.
I don't actually know what to think about this dress, to be honest with you. It definitely needs shapewear, so before I leave the house with it, I would definitely wear some kind of undergarment for this. It is a scuba knit, so it does have some stretch to it, but it's also a little bit unforgiving in terms of the way it clings. So it definitely needs some shapewear. I haven't even worn this out of the house yet, and I've already started referring to this as the Tom Petty dress because it reminds me of that Alice in Wonderland themed video he did in the 80s, Don't Come Around Here No More. Please tell me some of you at least know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I started referring to this as the Tom Petty dress. Ever since I started referring to it that way, I've got a weird affection for it, even though I'm not entirely sure I like it. So that might actually sum up how I feel about that video too. So it does have a solid black back with a zipper. Pattern goes around all the way around on the skirt, and it's a distorted checkerboard pattern. The one thing about this dress that's really strange, so it's got this apron style top here, but it's actually a pocket. A little strange. I'm not really sure what that's for. I guess if I had to free up my hands, like, I don't know, but I'm a little concerned about that as a person of large chest, already having a tendency to have crumbs drop into my cleavage and accumulate there. I'm a little concerned about what having this bib here is going to do. So I may have to turn it upside down and shake it out before I send it back. I do think that this is going to be probably a one and done. Now that I've dubbed it the Tom Petty dress, I just feel like I have to wear it at least once before I send it back.
Cherry Color Block Skater Skirt by Isabel and Alice in a 2X.
Okay, so I'm actually filming this skirt on the same day that I did the Baroque style dress. That's why I'm wearing it with the boots and the camisole top here. So as you can see, the skirt has pockets, which is really cool. And I would probably wear this with like a red sweater or something like that. I might go ahead and wear it with the black boots. So this could be a kind of a cute nod to holiday dressing without necessarily going full on holiday dressing. So I'm thinking the red with like a red sweater or a red top would be really, really cute. It's very comfortable. The skirt seems like it might be stiff, but it's not. It's actually pretty flowy, and the fabric moves pretty easily. There is a back zip, which obviously if you're a person who has a hard time doing zips behind you, you could certainly, you know, rotate that around if you needed to. Pretty easygoing skirt, and I think it could be dressed up or dressed down depending on your needs. So I actually like this one quite a bit, and especially considering it's got pockets. That's exciting for me. So if you're thinking about giving this one a try, I would definitely jump on this one because I can imagine that people might be buying this one. So there you have it, all of my outfits for November. I really did like that green dress. I just wish it weren't quite so green. Maybe a little bit more muted of a tone, and it might have been something I would have kept. If this sweater had been a little bit longer, it might have even been something that I purchased, but unfortunately it just wasn't quite in the right spot for me, so I went ahead and sent that one back. Did you try any of these outfits recently? Let me know what you thought about them. Did you like them? Did you hate them? Is there anything that maybe I should avoid entirely? Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in checking out Gwynnie Bee for yourself, there is a link down below that you can certainly use to give it a go and see if this is something that'll work out for you. Otherwise, I hope you have a very happy holidays, whatever holidays you celebrate. We'll see you in January, a brand new year, and we'll take one last glimpse back into 2016 to review the outfits that were received in December. Have a happy holiday. We'll see you next time. Bye.